Hi everybody, Menachem, Brodie here with you once again from Vortex Training, your certified and experienced USA Cycling expert level coach and strength and conditioning coach. Here today to talk specifically to the ladies out there. One of the things that we know about women, thanks in large part to Dr. Stacy Sims and all of the research that she has put out there, is that women are not small men. That is her catchphrase, and I love it because that is what I've been coaching and teaching at Vortex Training is you're not like a man. But she says it perfectly, women are not small men, so we're gonna run with that. So what we're going to talk about today is in your second half of your cycle. So it's called the luteal phase. So there's the follicular phase, which is the day 1 to day 14, and then you have the luteal phase, which is day 15 to 28 of your cycle. What's interesting about this is in the second half of your phase, the luteal phase, you have increase in estrogen and increase in progesterone. What this means is that you are going to have a harder time to hit intensities, you're going to have a harder time cooling the body because your blood plasma volume can fall around 8%, which is significant. So we want to kind of change how we're training and how we're fueling you so that you're actually able to go out and perform out on the road or out on the trainer so that you're actually able to get your workout in. There's a number of things that we'll do to adjust. Maybe we'll drop the intensity down a little bit the second half of the phase. Depends on you. If you're interested in having me as your coach, I'm more than happy to bring you on as long as I have space. But if you have questions specific about this or you'd like to take your training to a new level, contact me and we can get rolling. But as it pertains for today, one of the things that you can do, and we've been recommending here at Vortex Training the last little bit for our female athletes, is in the second half, in the luteal phase, starting to take 9 grams of branched chain amino acids about an hour, 90 minutes, 60 to 90 minutes before your exercise session. And then within a half hour of finishing your workout, within a half hour, which is not that long, within a half hour of finishing your workout, consuming between 25 and 30 grams of mixed source proteins. So it can be like breakfast, like eggs with tofu or eggs with sausage or fake eggs or scrambled tofu. It can be a number of things, but we want to have mixed types of proteins within 30 minutes. Why are the 9 grams of branched chain amino acids and the mixed proteins within 30 minutes finishing your exercise so important during that luteal phase or during that PMS type of phase? It's because when estrogen and progesterone go up, when you have increased levels, it's going to make it a lot harder for the body to stay in an anabolic state or a building state. You're going to bring down your ability to tap into carbohydrates as fuel, and that's going to negatively affect you. So by having more amino acids, so the 9 grams before has been statistically shown and has been shown in research articles and research studies with women, and we'll talk about this in a minute, but with women, the 9 grams of branched chain amino acids, which are leucine, isoleucine, and valine, those are the 3 amino acids that are branched chain amino acids, and you can get them in a variety of forms. They have them in pills, they have them in powders, so you can pick those up pretty much anywhere. You also have them, interestingly enough, in goos, although I do not recommend using goos. I'd rather you guys go and use a mix. Osmo Nutrition, which is Dr. Stacy Sims' company, has women's specific mixes, which I do recommend. Also, there's one specifically for this challenge with a pre-workout, so to speak, exactly for this reason, with 9 grams of branched chain amino acids. But it's really important to have those amino acids in the bloodstream because it's going to supply the building blocks that the body needs in order to repair itself from the damage done during your exercise. So this is really important for you guys, for you ladies, to be able to go out and perform. And everybody's different, not everybody's the same. I've had some female clients who have said that they perform their best during their period and they're at their worst right before that second half, the luteal phase begins. So you have to listen to what your body's telling you and how it works. The other thing that we'll mention here is that it's really important to pay attention to any signs and symptoms for REDS, which is relative energy deficiency in sport. It used to be called the female athlete triad. There are online forms that you can fill out. That is something that you should work with a registered and licensed dietitian. So a dietitian is different from a nutritionist. Anybody can be a nutritionist. I'm a nutrition coach in nutrition, but I refer out to the dietitians. I work with the macros, and then as soon as we need something a little bit more specific, I refer out. I have about 9 different RD/LDs that I work with depending on the athlete's personality as well as the specific needs. So they're around the world actually, which is pretty cool. But you should be working with an RD/LD. But if you just want to start tracking and see, is my period regular? Am I having regular periods at regular intervals, and are they consistently the same or roughly about the same amount of change in the body? Use the online form to track your periods. It's very important. It's something that we do talk with here with our female athletes, is when is your cycle? How was it? Was it short? Was it 1 day? Was it 4 days? Was it 7 days? Because the relative energy deficiency in sport is really important, because that can have a really negative effect on a number of things in the body, including the hormonal environment, and tells us a lot about what's going on inside of you. So that is today's tip for you ladies out there, is we want to make sure that 9 grams of branched chain amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, and valine, about a half hour, 60 to 90 minutes before your workout, and then within a half hour of finishing your workout, you want to have a mixed protein meal. And this is what's really interesting, is ladies, you need more protein than the guys do. So for women, post-exercise, we're looking at a 2-to-1 carbohydrate to protein ratio. You want to avoid fructose. It's not as well broken down by you guys in your gut, or you ladies in your gut, habit. Whereas men tend to be 4-to-1 after their workouts of carbohydrate to protein. So women, this is a quick recap of what we talked about. 9 grams of branched chain amino acids, about 60 to 90 minutes, up to 30 minutes before your workout, to supply the amino acids in the body, so they have the building blocks as you go through, especially in the days leading up to your period. And then immediately after, within 30 minutes, mixed protein meal of roughly 2-to-1 carbohydrates to protein. And the carbohydrates I'd recommend something like rice or vegetables of some sort, maybe an omelet, 2-egg omelet, some greens perhaps would be good, but try and stay away from the fructose. There's a ton of information out there that you guys can find on this. It's now finally becoming available. If you haven't already picked up Dr. Stacy Sims' book, Roar, I strongly recommend it. The challenges that you ladies have is that most of the research for sports science is performed on college-aged males. So finally, we're starting to see a number of researchers like Dr. Stacy Sims, who are looking at the female-specific challenges in their sport and fueling and recovering. So check her out, and I hope you guys found this video to be very useful. If you did, like the video, subscribe below, check out the Human Vortex Training Facebook page and Instagram, as we have a lot of fun stuff up there, or check out our website for other articles and more YouTube videos down below. But if you subscribe, you'll get a notification every time we release them. So until next time, remember, train smarter, not harder. As Dr. Stacy Sims says, you are not small men. So there are specific changes we need to make. And remember, it is all about you.